Hi, I'm Sam Booth and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a piano tutorial on the Song of Storms, which is a song in the Legends of Zelda computer game. And the reason why I'm looking at this song today is because my student, Joseph, who I want to give a massive shout out to, asked me to do a tutorial on this, so I'm going to get stuck into that. And also, if you have any other computer game music or just songs that are like this that you think that you'd like to request, you can always leave those in the comment box below and I'll have a look at those and see if I can come up with tutorials for those. And don't forget, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe right here for more content and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So let's get started with today's tutorial. I'm going to go over the right hand first to begin. And what we do is we get the finger numbers 2 and 4 starting on F and A, and you play those two together. And then to 1 on E, and then play the G and the B with 5 and 3, and then move that 5 and 3 to the A and the C, and then back to the 1 on the E, back to 5 and 3 on G and B, and then 4 and 2 again, F and A, to E, G and B, and then 5 and 3 to A and C, back to E, and then G and B. So let me do that bit again. So that's the beginning of the right hand for the introduction. Now we're going to go into the left hand, and that starts with a finger 5 on the D, and that D will be the D below the middle C, and then up to the E with 4, up to the F with 3, back to 4 on the E, and back to the 5 on the D, back to 4 on the E, back to 3 on the F, and then 4 on the E. And then if I then put those two together, what happens is the left hand comes before the right hand, like this. And then the left hand E. And then the left hand F. And then E. And then D with the chord coming afterwards. And then F, always left before the right hand. I'll do that again. Now it's worth noting, just to be able to get the sense of the right timing for this song, is to understand that the song has 3 beats per bar and it's in the 3/4 time signature. So if you're not sure what 3/4 means, that basically means that there are 3 beats in every single bar. So the way that we're counting that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that is separated into individual bars, okay, which are groupings of 3. So the idea, the way that works is if I play with hands together, you'll hear this counting of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Notice that some of the notes in the right hand come between the first and the second count. So take the second bar, which I just played. So 1, 2, 3. So it comes halfway between the first and the second count. Now let's continue going into the main section, which has a bit more melody in the right hand. So we start with the 1 on the D, which is just above the middle C, and we stretch the 2 to the F, and then I'm going to use and stretch my wrist so I can reach the 5 on the higher D, like this. And then that's repeated again. And then after that point, I switch to finger 4. So finger 4 on the E, up to 5 on the F, and then 4 on the E, 2 on the C, down to the 1 on the A. And then I switch to finger 5 on the A, down to the 1 on the D above the middle C, skipping up to the F, up to G, up to A, and that's repeated again. And then at this point, instead of going back to the A, we're going to jump using the 2 and the 1 to C sharp and E. That whole section is repeated again, so switch to 5. And now at this point here, it slightly changes on the repeat. After that G, we go to 5 and 1 on C sharp and A, repeat the A, and then we finish on the 1 on the D. So now we're going to start with a left hand 5 on the lower D, just below the middle C, with finger 5. And then we're going to play F and A, repeated. And then we move our 5 to E, and move our hand all the way up with the 3 on the G and 1 on the B. And move it up again, each note by 1, with the 5 on the F, with the 3 on the A and 1 on the C. Move hand back down by 1 note, and down again by another note. And then we go down to the lower F, with 1 on C. And then we move our hand up to 5 on the B flat, with 3 and 1 on D and F, and then back to 5 on the A, with 1 on E. Let me repeat that again for the second time. So now I'm going to do that section slowly with hands together. Okay, now once we've then done that, it ends off with just the left hand by itself, with the finger 5 staying on that D, with 3 on the F and 1 on the A, and then moving your 5 up to the E with the G and B, same positions as what we did earlier, and then 5 on the F with 3 and 1 on A and C, back to 5 on the E with 3 and 1 on G and B, moving back down again, and then once it's done that, we go straight back to what we played at the beginning, with the left hand playing the D, with the right hand playing the F and the A. And then finally, with what we call a D minor chord, which we play with the 1, 2 and 4, D, F and A with the right hand, with a finger 5 on D to finish. So again, just going back to thinking about some of the counting, it's worth practicing counting in 3. So I'll demonstrate that again, and then I'm going to increase the speed a little bit more because the song is actually faster. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's the general idea. Once you've got comfortable with the counting in 3, then you can then start to speed it up a bit more. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's the general idea of how we're playing it. So before I started making this tutorial, my student was asking me about how I should approach the timing. So I said to him, I recommend using a metronome. This is always a really good thing to help to keep in time. So I've set my metronome to 80 on the metronome. And that could be a good basis to start off with the counting. So if you count like this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then so on and so forth, sticking to the time. One of the other things that you can also start to think about is adding some of the pedaling as well. And I would recommend that you pedal every single bar. So if I start off with the pedal held down, I pedal again, and then pedal again. As soon as you get to count 1, you just pedal each time, like this. 1, 2, 3, pedal, 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 pedal. So if I carry on, I'm pedaling each time. So when you start to do your counting, every time you hit count 1, that's when you then release the pedal and then pedal again to stop the sound from mixing too much, because sometimes it can start to sort of take away from the quality of the sound if too much pedal is added in there. And then the other thing that you can also think about is your dynamic balance between the right and the left as well. Especially when bringing in the pedal, it's sometimes nice to make the left hand a bit quieter than the right, so the melody can stand out over the left hand chords. So rather than having it, you can hear too much of the left hand, maybe if you make the left hand quieter so the right hand can stand out. And that just sounds a lot nicer. And that's the end of today's video. As I say, there are so many bits and pieces that are really quite difficult to get all in one video, such as things like your pedaling, or your balance between the right and the left, how loud or how soft that you play, or many other things such as like the rhythm or using the metronome. There are so many things that are endless, that are ways that you can improve the way that you play. If you have any questions about any of those, don't forget you can always leave questions in the comment box and I will answer those as quickly as I can. And don't forget to subscribe right here for the next video and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.